I would describe it as this long structure that is kind of flowing down the mountains. It's like a gigantic stream of water frozen. It feels quite intense to be on it.
You forget everything if you stand in the middle and you see just glacier around you, you're blind. You don't see anything else.
I'm a professional alpinist. I'm living here in the Bernese Highlands, where I grew up. The whole world was discovered and there are no black pieces on the map, but when you go to the mountains, I think you can really make an adventure there and open new routes, and you never know what's behind the next corner. I got in touch with glaciers at 5 years old, hiking up here, and there I saw the first time the Dalish Glacier.
We are at the Concordia hut. I was the warden of this hut for 9 years, together with my family. Concordia hut is the biggest hut from the Swiss Alpine Club, and it has a certain name. Being warden in a hut is my red line, but I did very different things in between. So I started to be a cook, then I worked in a hospital as a nurse, then I flew some years for Swissair as co-pilot. But I went always back to the huts, that's my life. The time when I was here at Glacier was very important for me. I was living with these glaciers because to come at this place you have to cross glaciers. There's no other way. There's no track, no marked tracks, nothing. It's always around 8 to 10 kilometers on the glacier.
I'm a professional artist, painter, and I work a lot with glaciers. My artwork sprung out of the snowboard industry. I've always loved snowboarding. It was actually quite funny how it started with the mountains and the glaciers, because when I first found myself painting a mountain was when I was living in the Costa Rican jungle. I wouldn't say being homesick, but like people who live abroad have some sense of romanticize the place where they are from. And that's kind of how it started, but at the same time it got me really deeply interested in what's going on. Many times these mountains look like some sort of a mess. And in a way, if you're in them, it's not a mess. Everything is there because of a reason. Finding structure in something so gigantic is how I find subjects. And then I go back into my studio and convert it into a painting. I don't limit myself to the colors that exist naturally. You know, like you can have a pink glacier in my artwork, for example. It's like a visual memory to paint what I have just experienced. The memory, so to say, is fresh. Glaciers mean a lot to me in the sense that they are like the visible sign of what is changing. And although change is a natural thing, the way it's changing now, the environment is not natural. The humans have interfered in a way that this mechanism has become much faster than it used to be.
Our climate gets warmer and warmer, and it's not just that you see glaciers melting here in Switzerland. They are melting down in Patagonia, and they are melting also in the Himalayas, so there's not a big difference for me.
The ice is melting at least a meter a year. It's changing quite fast. At 1877 it was possible to just leave the glacier, leave the ice, climb some rocks up to the hut. And then they began to build ladders and ropes, and it was getting more and more and more. And just in the 70s, we began with these metal stairs. We are right now at 467 steps, 200 meters above the glacial level. So the stairs are actually the only way to reach the hut. No stairs, no hut. And it's imaginable as well that in around 50 years, 100 years, it makes no sense anymore to come at this place. For me, it's sad. This hut is part of my life.
Not just the glacier, but the landscape itself is a window somehow into the past, where you can see what has been going on.
I'm climbing for maybe 15 to 20 years now, and when I started in this short period, when you see how the glaciers melted, it's really, really sad. So it's really inspired me to make changes in my lifestyle and to reduce my carbon footprint.
People are talking about this. They ask me what we have to change, how many meters it was melting the last year. I think it's a problem when we like the mountains, like they are right now. If we want them to keep like they are right now, we have to do something.
To protect the glaciers means you have to start somewhere else, in my opinion. And that would be that you, for example, repair things instead of throwing them away and buy new stuff. Especially people who have the privilege. That's how it used to be. When I was a child, we used to fix shoes.
Of course, changes in your lifestyle are not easy. As a professional alpinist, I have to do expeditions, so I have to travel, but I said I would just fly once a year, and that's enough for me.
Well, I hope the small changes help, yes. I mean, if many people change, not that much, but on a daily basis, if everybody is just one drop, it will become an ocean at one point.
My name is Nico Hojak. I'm protecting the glaciers. It's the symbol of protecting our planet.
My name is Christoph. I just want to keep the hut accessible, to make it possible for people to enjoy this beautiful place.
My name is Corinne. I try to inspire people to be more sustainable by showing the beauty of what we have and that it's worth protecting it.